I started borrowing tobacco from the loan sharks in prison. So tobacco is kind of your currency. But I thought, well, I'm not going to pay them back. I thought that's the best way to establish myself. I've been going to the gym. I got a little bit tougher. I understood the prison system. And so I borrowed tobacco from this gang. And before long, this guy comes up to me on the 5th floor of the landing, 300 lads in the corridors. And this guy walks next to me and he sort of asks me, well, why aren't you paying us back? And as I turned to look at him, we ended up in a fight, basically. The guy hit me, quite a strong blow to the side of my head. I sort of staggered. We ended up in a bit of a scuffle. Security guards jumped on them. They ended up getting removed from the prison to another wing. But I found out then that they were supplying tobacco to most of the guys in the prison. So the tobacco source starts to dry up and it's my fault. And here I am trying to build this reputation for myself, but it's not a very good one that I've got. So this gang then, they've put a price on my head. So if I hadn't destroyed my life enough as it was, here I am in prison, a broken down drug addict, a wannabe gangster, now has a price on his head. And in that situation in prison, you know, you've got 24, 48 hours before a serious kick in, you're stabbed, or your life ends basically. And so that was me. That was my rock bottom of rock bottoms. And it was at this point that prisoner that we spoke about, he came to me and he said, look, mate, I think you need God. I think you need God in your life. And I'll be honest, I almost laughed at the guy. I couldn't understand what I was hearing. Why would God want anything to do with me? You know, my understanding of God was the Vicar of Dibley or Father Ted or Ned Flanders out of The Simpsons, you know, these caricatures that we see of Christianity on the TV. And I thought, that's not going to help me. That's not going to help me in the environment that I'm in. And I almost shrugged it off, but I think something triggered, something, I don't know, awoke inside, a curiosity, if it were, a niggle within. So, yeah, that was the start of the incredible journey, really.
So what did you do with that niggle then, Ashley?
Yeah, a couple of days later, I'm walking down the corridor in the prison, constantly looking over my shoulder, fearful, afraid of what's going to take place, waiting for this moment where I'm going to get attacked. And on the wall, there was a sign-up sheet for chapel. So in prison, the way you go to chapel is you sign your name up on a sign-up sheet. A security guard will come to your cell on a Sunday and take you to chapel. And as I walked towards this thing, as I recognized it, this almost like a sense of excitement grew within me. There's almost this adrenaline surge, you know, and I looked at this piece of paper and I wrestled with the idea of go to church, God. I mean, I looked at it and I went to walk away. And as I walked away, it was like something tugged at me. Something sort of pulled me towards it. I mean, looking back now, I've got words to describe what was going on at the time. But at the time, it was crazy. It really was. But this thing, it captivated me. And anyway, as I thought I was arguing with myself, in the end, I gave up and I went back and I found a pen and I signed my name up. And the moment that I signed my name up, a sense of peace hit me that I'd never experienced in all of my life. It was as though there was an assurance that everything's going to be okay. It was, nobody had shared anything of God with me. There was just this moment of just, I know now I met with God in a corridor of a prison wing. And I know that's crazy for some people to hear, but it was a beautiful moment. It really was.